On Tuesday, August 13, 2024, West Palm Beach police responded to a retail theft incident at a Target location. The woman was apprehended by the loss prevention team after surveillance footage captured her discreetly placing multiple items in her white purse. She then attempted to conceal a full rack of ribs in plastic bags at the closed self-checkout lane. Upon heading to the elevator to exit the store, loss prevention intercepted her and informed her that she was being taken to the office for stealing multiple items.
So obviously she's being detained for shoplifting already, right? So the first thing we get when we go in here is she's being hunted down, etc.
Yes, ma'am. First 65 forever for me, so let's do it.
You've never had a shoplifter?
No, ma'am.
What the?
No, sir. How's it going? Do me a favor. I'm just gonna set your bag down right here, please, and just stand up. Do you mind patting her down, ma'am? She's a female.
Sure.
Thank you very much. This officer's gonna pat you down. Just raise your arms up.
No. Keep your hands here. Just put your hands on your back. Hold like that. On. How old are you? 56?
That's a full response.
No, you sit down. Right here.
That's full. It's full. Did you do the loss prevention officer?
Her bag. So what did she, I have the correct.
$109, so some meats, yeah.
Where did the,
That as soon as we had contact with her.
never dealt with No, no worries. Right. But had she walked out with it, she wouldn't have had to remove it. Oh, weird.
Right. You were who was the officer that?
Did you get her information by chance?
Yeah, I have it right here.
Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Get a phone with her, a good address, see if she's homeless or not.
Yeah, 2701
Remember,
Dixon.
listen, step by step, all right? First, we're gonna get her information. We're gonna write down her driver's license number. Ask her, is the address on your license current? Yes or no? No. Get a current address. We're gonna run her on 3, right? Then, after we get her information, we're gonna figure out who stopped her at the door, whatever the case may be, right? We have the receipt right here. They have video. Yes.
That's a full response, switching 3.
1251.
No, it's only 65 retarded.
Delta 4
We just got
response,
her.
copy first last.
23.
Okay. Alright, sounds good. Yeah.
So, I'm on 23 with dispatch.
Okay. And you did say going to 3?
I did. That's fine. Alright. And what was the value of the items that you said you was trying to say?
$109.29. There's the receipt you can keep as well.
So technically, right now, right, she is under arrest.
Yeah. Yeah, she's been
For
paid.
that.
That's fine.
Okay.
$119.
So what she's saying is, okay,
Yeah, I can go. Okay, sorry.
you may handcuff her, you may not handcuff her. Depends how you feel after you get her on your own. But when you're having that CO, depends how that CO feels as how they treat their prisoners. You gotta kind of mirror along. I'm not sure what they would do. I'm not gonna put my 2 cents on that one. Because I handcuff and I not handcuff and just walk down with people, so it's up to you. Okay?
Pues vamos a hacer
Is that what you meant?
So what were you trying to say?
Probably calling you, bro.
I thought they're Bravo unit. Delta 4 response.
Go ahead.
Copy first and last.
If you have a DO number, just give me a DO number.
Okay. Copy DO.
Go ahead.
Delta 150-525-68586-0.
And then most of the time, they
That's where it's
as target. Okay. So that way you can find that target. Perfect.
That's you the whole time.
I'm sorry?
That's you the whole time like this. How about this? Right?
Delta 4.
Delta 4, right?
Chief reversal, license is not valid. Have something active and full.
10-4, switching back to 2.
I'm pretty sure she wasn't done.
Oh, okay.
455.
And are we 51ing her? What are we doing?
I'm gonna go NTA.
Okay, but also, what can you do also?
I'm sorry?
What can you do also along with an NTA?
Good.
Typically, when people commit a crime at a store, what do they want done?
With the trespass.
Okay, so are you on channel 3?
Yeah, of course.
So what can you do while you are just on channel 3 that you just rang her?
I'm gonna give them a trespass.
So tell them before you switch back to channel 2. You don't need to wait.
Yeah. Delta 4 was one.
Delta 4.
It's gonna be a 51 as well.
Delta 4, written or verbal.
This is gonna be written. Can you 103 me that info?
Delta 4.
What's on screen?
History, physical 30 or 65, anything. Delta 4, she got quite a bit of signal, very detailed
This is why you don't have them.
felony theft,
Okay.
such a reason, shoplifting, fraud, excessive.
Top 4.
Switching back to real 2. Okay. Alright.
So, she's being handcuffed.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now.
And she's taking it.
Okay, yes ma'am. Go ahead and stand up for me. On the wall.
What's in her left hand?
Nothing. These are too tight, right?
I use Prego cerrados,
She has an extensive history.
Interesting. And she was
We should figure out about that too.
yes, she is in the area, before she got the elevator, she stopped.
Okay. Perfect. I'm gonna take her to the. Actually, I'm just gonna have her take a seat because I have to do some more. Just go ahead and take a seat for me. Just right here. And just cross your legs for me. Yep, perfect. I'm gonna talk to them now.
Do you have your phone?
I'm gonna take photos of the receipt.
Take a picture of the receipt.
I have to take pictures of the items too. Okay.
Which one?
Register 11.
Register 11, thank you.
I had that on PTC at Walmart.
Don't let that happen. Outshine you?
Nah, it's okay. Just hold that.
This is
Oh, was it her scanning things that were?
No, she just stopped to grab an empty bag.
Oh.
To consider it.
Oh.
So she put some of the stuff in her bag, and then whatever didn't fit, she stopped at cashier 11. That was a closed cashier. Where she was.
I can,
I'm just gonna put the camera.
Yeah, because I just want to get this lot, just look at this.
You want her information too, because usually.
I don't want to tell Rosemary.
The eyewitness.
Maybe you have a plan on doing
Which is him. So we have information, all the associated characters on the
you mind, I'm gonna go find around this, sir. With all due respect. So the video, do you mind staying 10 over here while I check out the video footage and all that?
Once I come get her information, I'll hand this to you, I'll tell you what I know, and
Okay.
you do your thing.
Alright, yes, sir.
So why is criminal history important?
To know if there's the past of the same crime.
Okay, so what could potentially turn a stolen $5 bag of chips into a felony? If they have what?
If they have a past history.
Not just past history, past what? 4-3? They have to have 2 prior
Arrest.
not just arrests, convictions.
Convictions.
If she has 2 prior convictions for theft, it doesn't matter the amount, it becomes automatically a felony,
Yep. Yes, ma'am.
which we will find out.
So, that's her main loss prevention officer.
Okay.
There, that's Justin Masterson, okay?
Perfect.
His phone number. Whenever you look him up in RMS, make sure he has the target address as his address, okay?
Yeah.
Or else the one under his DL is gonna pop up.
Yeah, I'll change it.
Okay?
Yeah.
But it's gonna be there.
Okay.
He called him.
Okay.
So, they want to prosecute and trespass, okay? She walked in at 11:55, she was stopped downstairs at 12:19, she took the elevators down, okay? He's the eyewitness while she was filming the cameras, following her. He was actually personally observing her doing what she did, okay? Before being counted downstairs, 12:19, she stopped by register 11, she took plastic bags, concealed the rest of the items that didn't fit in her bag after going through several aisles, and then she took the elevator down where she was stopped by. Okay. Caitlin Murphy, boom boom, she stayed on the cameras following while he was on the floor. That's an eyewitness.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. Alright, perfect. So I just had a few questions too.
Yeah, of course.
When she was taking anything, did she take the, that retail theft item off of?
No, there was no merchandise protection applied.
Okay,
Nope.
there was none on any of the items?
Nope, it was all standard grocery items.
Alright, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just get a sworn statement from you. Just go ahead and raise your right hand for me.
Stop,
Place
turn your
down.
camera off.
I received a tip from my associate, Kate Murphy, regarding a potential theft taking place on the sales floor. Kate then assumed the camera surveillance while I headed onto the sales floor to conduct physical surveillance of the subject. In acquiring the subject over in grocery, she went down multiple grocery aisles before making her way over to the meat wall, where she selected multiple items of meat. Some but not limited to ribs, chicken, some sausage, a few more. She then left that aisle, went into the next aisle over, where she concealed the majority of her personal bag that she had with her.
She put most of them in her purse?
In her, yeah, in the
bag?
white personal bag.
Okay.
Yes. She had then traveled from that aisle across the front of the store towards the check lanes, where she stopped at register 11, which is a closed register. She selected a plastic target bag and concealed a package of ribs within that bag. She then passed all points of sale, entered the elevator, took the elevator downstairs, where she was met by myself with my associate Kate as the witness. I conducted retail apprehension. She complied, Came back into the elevator with us and returned to the office when I had called you guys.
And you're saying, I want to reiterate, she had every opportunity to pay for everything.
Absolutely, yep. Multiple registers open, multiple points of sale that she could have gone through. She passed all.
That were open and she passed all of them?
That's correct.
Went to that, okay. Then you get to you were saying she went from register 11, she put everything in a plastic bag.
Yep.
Right, the ribs.
Yep.
And then she had the other items in her purse.
Yep.
She went to the elevator,
That's correct.
proceeded to go downstairs, and then you met her at the front of the elevator.
Yep, at 12:19, I believe.
12:19, and that's when you told her, hey, come upstairs.
Yep, I identified myself as a target employee, asked her to come upstairs to discuss the unpaid merchandise that she had with her, and she complied and came back with us.
Okay, all right. In the store, were you visibly seeing her on camera as she was committing the crime?
I was in person on the sales floor itself. I was actually about one aisle over.
Okay, so you're visually watching her put just items in her bag.
That is correct.
Okay, and then you followed her to the front where she walked past.
That is
Made
correct.
yourself noticed, but not noticeable, right?
That is correct.
Okay. In the sworn statement, was there anything else that you wanted to add
Not this
that
time.
hasn't been brought up?
Not this time.
Describe her.
And a brief description of her too as well.
Actually, it's a white female, approximately 5'6" or so, with reddish hair, wearing a red shirt, and she had a white cloth bag with her.
Okay.
Same one that was sitting here.
I'm sorry?
Same one that was sitting here.
Yeah, the same woman who was sitting here earlier,
That's correct,
right?
yep.
That we ID'd and you bought in?
That is correct.
Okay, all right. Was there any other information you wanted to include?
Not this time.
That was it?
That is it.
This concludes the sworn statement. Observed.
So I recognized a unknown repeat subject enter a store. Upon surveillance, I went upstairs, notified ETL, AP Justin, and let him know he needed to go on tour and verify the identity of the repeat subject. I began to observe through the live surveillance, which is our camera system, bookmarking selections, concealment, and what aisle she was in, providing that assistance with Justin as he was on the floor watching as well.
And she went from aisle to aisle, or was it a specific aisle?
She went from like different aisles, like she was genuinely just like shopping around, and then as she was shopping, she would stop, look around. When she thought no one was looking,
Yeah.
she started to make take the items out of the cart and put them in her bag, beginning to conceal.
When she thought no one was looking,
Yes.
what was she doing with that?
Actively looking around, looking at the cameras. When someone was next to her, she was watching them to make sure that their back was turned to her.
Okay.
From there, she made her way to the front where the registers are. She picked the row of registers that weren't open. Register 11, she passed through, grabbed the bag from underneath for the cashiers.
And what register was this?
Register 11.
Okay, was it open at the time?
No, it was a closed register.
Okay.
She proceeded to open that bag. She had a rack of ribs that couldn't fit in her purse. She put the rack of ribs in the bag, proceeded to the elevators. As she entered the elevators, ETL, AP, Justin walked downstairs, and that is where we met her.
Okay, and you met her downstairs with Justin? Mm-hmm. Okay, and you believe that she had every opportunity to check out and pay for an item?
Correct.
Okay, so she went down the elevators, you met
She
her
looked
there?
at the registers.
Uh-huh.
She made her decision. She walked through the empty ones.
Okay, and can you give me a description of her?
Yes, she is I want to say she's like maybe 50. Reddish brown hair, long face, kind of a narrow face, if you will. She's not slender, she's like average size, maybe 5'6".
What
She
color,
always
what color
carries
hair?
a red brown hair.
Red brown hair?
Yep.
What was she wearing?
She was wearing all red. She was
All
wearing
red.
like a cut top, shoulder,
And
and red leggings.
at any time when she was carrying a bag, what did you notice about the bag?
When she walked in the bag, it was empty.
I'm sorry?
When she walked in with her bag, it was empty.
It was empty. And then in the store, what did you notice with the bag?
She would take it off. She kept it in the cart. She, like I said, this is a repeat subject. So it's same thing today. She kept it in the cart. As she makes her selections, once no one's looking, she thinks no one's looking, she puts all items in the bag.
Okay, you visually
saw it.
saw her put the items in the bag, and that's when you contacted Justin?
No, Justin was doing live surveillance.
Okay.
As he was doing that, he was maybe 2 hours over when this was happening. Because he can't just sit there and stare. It's kind of like he has to watch. But he's on the floor, he watches while I watch the live surveillance.
Okay, and you were visually watching her the whole time on the
Yep, I
camera?
have everything bookmarked, which will go into evidence.
Alright, that sounds good. And you said she was a repeat?
Yes,
How many
this is her
times?
second time.
This
That we've caught.
is her second time here
That we've got it, yes.
at this location.
Yes.
Second time?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. Do you kind of know the last
The last amount was 166.
So this is like fresh to you. You know the exact amount. Okay.
Yes, we have to make sure that we recognize exactly who it is.
Yeah, and it was the same items.
I don't believe so.
Different. Okay. All right. No need to go further. Yep. Yes, ma'am. Was there anything else in the sworn statement that you wanted to add?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This concludes our sworn statement.
Always look through the window before you open the door. Don't ever just open blindly, open the door, where would she be?
At the door. Yes, ma'am. Alright, so I'm just going to read you this, okay? You're just going to let me know that you understand it. I'm reading you your rights, alright? You have the right to remain silent, not answer any questions. You have the right to the presence of a lawyer of your choice before you make any statement or during any questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, you are entitled to the presence of a court-appointed lawyer before you make the statement and during any questioning. Any statement can and may be used against you in the court of law. Any statement you make must be freely or voluntarily given. If at any time during the interview you do not wish to answer any questions, you are privileged to remain silent. I can make no threats or promises to induce you to make a statement. This must be on your own free will. Do you understand what that means? So, what happened from your side? Well, what's your story on this? I just speak up a little bit because my radio and I can hear you.
I went to Target, I put the stuff in my bag, I have dementia, and I didn't realize what I was doing.
Okay, and how long have you had this dementia?
Years,
Okay. Do you have any family or anything?
not down here, no.
Okay. Alright. Do me a favor. Just go ahead and just sign these right there. Right there, yeah. Thank you.
Despite the misdemeanor amount, she had 4 prior theft convictions. Due to these prior convictions, the charge has now escalated to a felony.
What's your thoughts? Let us know what you think in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching. We will see you in the next video.